We're starting a new series called What Jesus Means to Me. There are loads of things in my life that bring me joy. One of which I'm really looking forward to in the next few weeks will be the birth of our first grandchild. For all those out there who are grandparents who keep telling me that it's a fantastic thing to look forward to, well, I'll soon be able to tell you what I think about it. I love family. I love spending time with friends. That brings me joy. I love going out with friends and miss the fact that we've not been able to do that for the last few months. I love my team. In 2012, when we won the Premier League and scored 2 goals in added time and had that amazing Aguero moment. For those of you who are football fans, you'll know what I mean, exactly what I mean. That brought me untold joy. It was fantastic. It brings me great joy to see how the underdogs fare in life. It brought me joy when I met a young black woman in Malawi a couple of years ago whose face was full of life and who'd been through and was going through the seminary and would be the first black woman seminarian Baptist minister to come through. That brought me joy. It brought me joy last week to stand with some of my black sisters and brothers as we marched up Whitehall just to make our stand and say that Black Lives Matter. That brought me joy. It brings me joy to see justice and reconciliation and peace in the world. It brings me joy just to sit and listen to people who've achieved great things, not necessarily by doing stuff, but just by who they are. It all brings me joy. But there's nothing quite like the joy that knowing Jesus brings to me, has brought to me in my life. I remember as a young guy, and I began to ask big questions about life. Why am I here? What's the purpose? Where am I going? What will happen when I die? Is there any sense of meaning or purpose or order to this cosmos that I'm a part of? And when I was about 19 years old, I can only describe, looking back now, on what was probably a conversion experience that took place over a period of time. All I can say is that after that time, I looked back and began to feel a completely different person. The joy of being part of a family, the joy of knowing that my sins were forgiven, the joy of knowing that in some way the trajectory of my life was in a different direction, the joy of knowing the love of my Creator, the joy of knowing the privilege of being a child of God. It even trumps the Aguero moment. So what about you? What's your story? What joy has Jesus brought to your life? Let's pray. Father, thank you so much that you are the ultimate in joy bringers. You're the ultimate in bringing joy to people's lives, for turning people's lives around. And we thank you for that. Thank you that the joy of the Lord, as it says in the scriptures, is our strength. And I pray for all those listening to this that they'll know something of your joy today. For we ask it in your name. Amen. #clean hands, open hearts.